Hello guys, Chris here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GTX 1070, which is back to the channel. Oh yes, I bought this one. This is the Founders Edition model of the card, the beautiful GPU. And I am running it, of course, with the latest Nvidia drivers, which it still supports 9 years later. Crazy, right? And I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in TechPowerUp's GPU Z. And over on the left, I'm pairing it with the i5-12600KF and 32 gigabytes of DDR5. Let's get into it, shall we? And alright, did I forget to mention that we're playing Arc Raiders? Well, you know it, you clicked in the video, it's in the title, so it doesn't matter. We should probably start by going over the settings, yes? So we're playing at 1080p resolution right now. I'm not sure if we're gonna test like 1440p and 4K or higher settings instead, because we're starting on the low settings. But I just noticed that this game asks for a GTX 1050 Ti on its minimum requirements, and that's why we're getting 80-ish FPS, or basically 70 plus FPS in a UE5 title in 2025 on a GTX 1070 from 2016. That is absolutely insane. I'm also utilizing XeSS native AA in this one, by the way, because it's the anti-aliasing that I found works the best with the GTX 1070. It gets around the same FPS, actually one more FPS than FSR native AA. It looks a little bit sharper, I guess, than FSR native AA, although they are really similar. But you could also utilize like TAAU or TSR. TSR gets around the same FPS as this, and it looks very similar to TAAU, and those are just blurrier options for anti-aliasing. So I didn't really enjoy that experience. I will probably still turn off anti-aliasing altogether to see how many FPS we can get, because XeSS native AA and FSR native AA are really intensive on a GTX 1070. This is an older card, of course. But hey, if you want anti-aliasing, if you want low settings, at 1080p resolution, this GPU is still pushing 60 plus all of the time in this popular title. That is incredible to see. And yes, I know this is because this is an Nvidia branch of the engine, UE5. It's not like the full thing or whatever, or it has some optimizations. But I don't care, honestly. Like, if this is the end result, games being playable on a GTX 1070 from 9 years ago. Can I go here? Thank you. I will take this. Obviously, on low settings, it doesn't really look anything special. It actually looks pretty bland, in my opinion. I'm not sure. Maybe the rain doesn't help here because the weather is all gray and whatnot. But it's seeable, right? Like, the game looks decent. At least it looks like low settings, I think. And you can't really expect much more from a 1070. And the fact that it runs on a 1070 and it's still UE5 is fantastic. I have no words, honestly. Now let's take a look at the anti-aliasings here. So we're getting like 77, 75 FPS with XeSS native AA. Again, FSR native AA gets around the same FPS, like 1 FPS of a difference. TSR is also very similar. TAAU is giving us quite a big boost in FPS, 87 right there, while looking very similar to TSR as well. And this is a 100% resolution scale, but as you can see, it definitely looks a lot softer than with XeSS native AA, right? Especially on the grass, everything is just a blur, especially when you move. I can see ghosting as well. I don't really like it like this. Obviously, if you want a little bit faster of an experience, a little bit higher FPS than native AA, XeSS or FSR native AA, or TSR native AA as well, you can use TAAU, but since we got like 60 plus FPS all of the time anyways with those other options, I would use them instead of TAAU. And no AA gives you the sharpest image by far, as you can see. My gosh, what the hell is that noise? I don't know. Yeah, this is way sharper than previously, and it gets you more FPS as well, but the grass is just way too shimmery and noisy. It looks really bad. And honestly, even if the shimmering bothers me, I think I would use this. Just because it's so sharp right now. You could tell that like somebody is right there hiding behind that rock, for example, or those trees over there. And with the anti-aliasing options, all of them aside from like DLAA, which is only available on RTX GPUs, of course, it just gets way softer with those types of anti-aliasing, and you wouldn't really be able to tell if someone was right there unless you just zoomed in. Like this, for example, it would just be a blur with anti-aliasing enabled. So yeah, this definitely has its use case here at 1080p with no AA. What is going on over there? What's happening? Hello? What is that? I have no idea. Anyway, this is also the initial map where you start. Okay, so you can unlock more maps by playing the game. I have unlocked a couple of them, but they're all less intensive than this one. So if you are playing in another map, you can see even higher FPS. We're touching 100 right now. See, like this game and Battlefield 6, for example, which should run very similarly on the GTX 1070 as it did with the 1660 Super that I tried recently on it. That game runs at like 80 FPS, I think. Low settings. 1080p, no AA. This game runs at 100 FPS average. It makes these 9-year-old GPUs actually capable. And I mean, here in Portugal, at least, these are still very overpriced. The 580 is around 70, 80 euros in the used market. The GTX 1070 is like 100 for some reason. But I actually bought this one on eBay. It was 79 euros, if I'm not mistaken, with the shipping. So, yeah, I overpaid. I feel like I overpaid for it still. But if I really wanted to play Battlefield 6 and Arc Raiders for cheap, this GPU would do just fine, as you can see. That's the guy right there. Okay, he's being shot at. Alright, did we get him? I don't think so. Maybe he didn't even notice that we shot at him. That's nice. Where is he? Where is he? And I didn't even notice that I was playing with a bolt-action rifle. Oh, man. Okay. Just chill right there, buddy. Chill. Come on. There we go. That was beautiful. And look at this. It's actually beautiful from here as well. Please just crash into the ground. No, he's not crashing into the ground. All right. Wait a second. The other guy is probably alive still. I don't know. Because they all suddenly stopped shooting at him and started shooting at me. So maybe he's not alive. There we go. Beautiful explosion. Yeah, don't shoot. He's saying don't shoot.
Thanks. Okay.
All right. Where is he?
Hello, Raider.
All right. Anyway, let's keep on moving here, shall we? 100 plus. That fight was absolutely great in terms of responsiveness, smoothness, and so on. I don't feel the need of having more FPS here in this game. I do feel the need of... Hello? Want
to team up?
I'm not sure if she's gonna come with us, but I don't know what I'm doing either. Maybe we should go to the testing annex or wherever that is. Yes? And raid that thing? Okay. I guess that's where we're going. And where is the other one? I don't think this was the other guy, right? And I kind of need other weapons, because the bolt action might not do it sometimes. Anyway, this is the annex, testing annex. Here we go. There are some robots over there, as you can see. Oh, need to be careful. I'm hearing explosions. Okay. You know what? I think... I'm not sure if I want to change the settings here, but I think it's about time that we change something here, alright? Because, as you saw, absolutely perfect experience with the GTX 1070. This is so good. Oh yeah, that's right. We have FSR3 frame generation available in this game. I didn't really test it at 1080p. Maybe I will. I mean... It's not really needed, right? We got 100 FPS on average, so who cares? But here we go. Low settings at 1440p resolution. Some games aren't even playable, like The Outer Worlds 2. I tested it recently on an RTX 4060, and it was getting around 40 FPS. And that's also a UE5 title. It has more advanced lighting and whatnot, but still, I think this doesn't look bad compared to The Outer Worlds 2 on low settings. Like the lighting doesn't help it again, and the weather because it's raining. But if it was like that sunset time, the lighting also looks really good in this one, and you got like more shadows and so on. So that looks nicer. But yeah, it's getting 65 FPS on a 1070. Hello? Okay, so there's someone... Oh. Okay.
Hey! Hey, Raider!
Anyway, let's keep on going. Still seems very playable. Most of the time we're getting 60 plus FPS. There she is. Oh, it's the other one. Okay, hello, hello. How's it going? What is she doing outside? What the... Okay, alright. I'm gonna try to search for some things. Because I still haven't grabbed a thing here. Which is a bit bad, you know? Because you're supposed to loot things. We're almost at 69 FPS as well on average, guys. That is phenomenal. That's a dead guy over it. Did she just kill someone? Maybe we shouldn't trust her. I don't know. After seeing this... I feel like she might kill us in just a little bit, guys. Also, I really need to heal myself. 69 FPS average, look at that. Great stuff. Whoa, boy. I missed. I could barely see there, actually. Like, the aliasing was a bit too much. All right, there we go. There's another one. There's another one. There we go. Okay. Like, to put it in context, if we were getting these FPS at 1080p resolution, I would be happy. I would be happy to see these FPS at 1080p with GTX 1070 in a UE5 title. And no stutters either, you know? That's also very nice. Ooh, I'm clipping through the stairs. Okay, that's weird. Now, but this is 1440p. That's absolutely insane. Let's turn off the flashlight, stop it right there. Maybe 4K is playable. At this point, I have no idea. Let's try it. Okay, so every time I set this to 4K, the game bugs out and the HUD is just looking like this. But the FPS are the same, okay? And we're at 3840 by 2160, and yes, even if I do change this, it's pretty much the same thing. See that? The HUD just... I don't know what's going on. But yeah, no AA, 100% resolution scale, low settings. Look at this. This is... I cannot believe we are playing at 4K native resolution in a 2025 game. And at 1070, and it's actually holding 30 plus frames per second. What is this magic? Embark Studios. What is this optimization? This is insane. Oh my, okay, I don't have a crosshair anymore. All right, we need to move to an elevator and get out of here because I'll need to restart the game and I don't want to lose all of the loot that we grabbed previously. So let me just check this out. There's one right, no, that we need a key to go to that one. There's one right there. It's open for 10 minutes.
Head home at the water treatment elevator.
So I guess we're gonna go there. Oh man, the HUD is all bugged out. Okay, there we go. There it is. Okay. Isn't this crazy? We're not even averaging 30. We're averaging 40 FPS at 4K with a GTX 1070. This is crazy. At this point, I'm starting to doubt myself. Did I actually buy a GTX 1070? But I'm 100% sure it is a 1070, all right? But come on, like... If I didn't know, I would think maybe they put like a 1070 cooler on a 1080 Ti, right? I guess the 1080 Ti will be able to play this game at 60 plus FPS, 4K native resolution. It's been a while since we've seen that performance, guys. This is incredible optimization. Look at this scene right here. Doesn't look too bad, does it? There's a lot of popping, but that's expected. It's lowest settings. Lowest settings should be, or low settings. Maybe it's not the lowest. I'm not sure if you can actually disable a thing or two still, but yeah, low settings preset. It's supposed to look bad. So people with older GPUs and GPUs that aren't as powerful can run the game properly. And that's exactly what they've done. They've optimized the game to a point where 1070 runs it at 4K. I'm here running around with this GPU, it would be playable. Obviously, 60 FPS plus is what you want to be a little bit more competitive and stand a chance in a gunfight, for example. You can be more accurate, of course, with 60 FPS, but this is not an unplayable experience. But now I want to try it with, like, FSR3 performance. So this renders the game at 1080p resolution and upscales it then to 4K. It still doesn't reach 60 FPS. And it's blurry as heck compared to previously. It's manageable. It's still better looking than 1080p resolution was at native. With AA especially. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, I forgot I have no crosshair. Okay. Oh, we're screwed. There's a big one right there. Please open. Please open. Oh, I can't even see my health, guys. The HUD is gone. So that's one thing Embark needs to fix. When you change the resolution inside of the game, not a lot of people will do that, but, you know, it's not something that you can't do, so they should probably fix it, right? Okay. Yep. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, the fact that I can't see my health is even worse. It makes it even worse. Oh, come on. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Let's go. Return to Speranza. What is going on? I have no idea. No! Did I die in the elevator? Yes. Oh, man. No way. That huge arachnoid thing. Can I still return? Yes! Wait! We can still return to Speranza. Wait a second. We did it. I can't believe it. We did it at 4K with a 1070 with only a fourth of the HUD. Okay, so I just restarted the game now and we're back to 1080p resolution, an adequate res for a 1070, alright, and no AA because it gives us the sharpest image, and I want to test the medium settings next. Okay, so here we go. This is the medium settings preset. Should look quite a bit better without as much of that pop-in that we saw on low. So it's still raining, all right, and we're starting with 69 FPS. Curious. Anyway, I think the grass on medium settings shimmers even more than on low. Look at this. Look at all of that noise. Ugh. Doesn't look very good, but at least, again, there is less pop-in, the shadows are going to be better, or, like there are shadows, I didn't even notice shadows previously on low, maybe they were there, but it looks a lot less flat than it did previously, and apparently you still get 60 plus FPS all of the time on medium. On medium with a GTX 1070. Like, you'd think this is a low settings GPU these days, but nope, Arc Raider developers are there saying, we will allow everyone to enjoy our game. None of that forced ray tracing, forced lumen that we see in a lot of UE5 titles. This is just... it's great. They've done a great job. And I can't believe I'm saying this in 2025. It's been so long. Like, last year, I don't think we've had well-optimized games last year, honestly. Maybe one or two. In this year, we already had like 3 or 4. But oh well, it seems like it is stuttering quite a bit more though. 1% lows aren't as stable as they were on low settings, so you might want to stick to low if you want a more stable experience. But this is still doable. Hello.
Hey there. Hey, Raider.
Oh, this is nice, guys. Lately, people just don't start killing you every time they come across you. This is super cool. People are starting to understand that the real threat in this game are the robots, not other people. We're all here for the same thing, just looting scraps and crap everywhere, basically. Oh man, this is really pissing me off. Like the haziness, the dithering or whatever it is. Look at that. That's so bad looking. It's not because it's very close to us. It's right there. Why? How is it possible that UE5 renders grass and foliage like that? Like, what is that? It used to be better in older games. But obviously this is because they made the engine with TAA in mind or TSR in mind. So let's enable TSR. It still looks like crap. Look at this. It's like transparent leaves. What is this? Come on, bro. Like, look at that. Why can't I look at these leaves properly? They're just transparent. Wait. It can't be, right? It's probably because I was crouching. No, I can actually see, like, behind those leaves over there. I don't know. Maybe it's just to make the game a little bit easier to aim at things and so on. But yeah, as you can see, as soon as you add a bit of anti-aliasing, no matter which one it is, you are going to stay above below 60 FPS, between 50 and 60 most of the time on medium settings in 1080p. It is not shimmering at all anymore, which is great, but again, it's super soft, so I'm not sure if I like this. I think I'd stick to low, honestly. But yeah, that's been it, guys, for the GTX 1070 in Arc Raiders. Quite a big and welcomed surprise. And I think in the next video, I might actually bring Arc Raiders with a GTX 1050 Ti, which is the minimum requirements GPU.
Hey there. Want to team up?
Wanna team up?
Yes.
Yes. This guy's dancing as well. Look at that. See, it's so wholesome, actually. Oh, lovely stuff. Lovely game. I really enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.